Hello. Hello, Tara. Hi, Kayla. How are you? Hi, Sabrina, Natalie, Shivani. Shivani, I shall just, hi, Satya. So, Shivani, who is doing the recording? Please remind me.
Shanti.
Okay, there she is. Yeah, I can see that. Let me just get her to.
哇，腾云真是太美了。大家等一下，老师设我是那个翻译，再去中文频道就好。
Shanti, can you put your hand up again so that I share the correct person? Yeah, thank you. Oh. No, it's not giving me ability to. First, let me do this. Shivani, add interpreter. So I added you as interpreter, and I'm just seeing how I should allow you to record. Mm. Yeah, I did that, but it's not allowing me to record.
西瓜，你能听到我说话吗？有可能是因为我用的是 iPad，所以是不是不可以啊？不可以下载，不可以那个。
Okay, Shivani, I'm just ending the this thing. Can you just talk me through how I'm going to allow?
I think because she's using her iPad, so it doesn't
But I don't
allow.
think today I can use my computer because maybe it will be out of battery. So it can be used with iPad to record.
Because I think there is no like a location for iPad to record.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, it's too.
Can you record, Shivani?
When I record, I have both languages like all mixed together. Mohini, 你在用电脑吗？还是我看一下。中文同学有哪位同学在用电脑的？告诉我一下。
Liang said she can record. Yeah, I can see she's allowed to record. Yang, should I allow her to record?
杨你可以是吧？那你帮我录一下。OK。
Okay, thank you.
你会弄吗？你就是摁一下那个 recording。 它有一个
Okay.
record 录制那个，
进入中文之后录制。
嗯
Okay, now Shivani, I'm getting you to translate.
，OK，谢谢。
Okay, good. Sorry about that. So we are just doing some housekeeping. And Bindu, I thought you're going to be in the morning class. I put your birth data in the morning class.
Oh,
It's okay, you can be here. No worry. Hmm?
because this is my morning time, so I guess it's the evening.
No, you said it's too early for you. So you wanted to be in the evening class rather.
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's all right then. I put you in the other class, so I'll change that. Okay, welcome everybody. We are just getting started and I'm sharing my screen. So welcome to our second lesson, and this is on Navagraha today, and we are going to look at a couple of charts only today, not that many, and but you can we're going to start looking at charts from now onwards. So this is Lord Shiva, and this is what is called a Utsava Murti. So these are deities that are used only for festivals, and they're all dressed up, and all this jewelry is real that the deity is wearing, and flowers. Beautiful, when you see them all dressed up, it's very beautiful. And that is me at Kumbakonam, but the main reason I wanted to show you is that this is the wheel of Adityas, and we'll talk about them a bit later, but there are 12 sun gods here. If you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this shows the whole horoscope, the wheel of time. This is the wheel of time, and I took it last week or so. And here we see that it's made out of one piece of stone, this carving. It's about 6th century BC, so AD, sorry. It's quite a old one, not BC AD, but about 1400 years old. And as far as time is concerned, you know that we are on PDT time, summertime now. And so we begin with the chanting. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Brahma Murari Sripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Budhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shani Rahu Ketav Sarve Graha Shanti Bhavo. Om Dadhi Shankatushārabham Shirodaranava Sambhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambho Mukatabhushanam. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the photographs. This is Soma, or the moon, and you can see he's the moon, but you can see half moon at the head. And here the moon has got different transport. Yes, last week I showed you the moon with the deer. Here you see moon is with 10 horses. So sometimes you'll see the moon with 10 horses or with the deer. And this is from one of the temples I visited this year in India. These are the Navagrahas. So all the 9 planets are here. And this one right in front is Jupiter, and on the left-hand side is Mercury. But we'll meet all of them now. For the next few weeks, we are going to be talking about the Navagrahas. And then this is, of course, Sage Parashar. We used the same photograph last week as well. And my favorite photograph of Lord Ganesha. This is from one of the temples. It is also, most of these places are very old, and at least 1,000 years old. So beautiful temples that I'm sharing. It's my hobby, photography, and I am bringing the photographs. I photograph all the temples with the specifically connected to the planets. So a few aspects here to discuss with you today. Now, not everybody sent me your birth data, so please send it to me if you haven't sent it. Date, time, and place of birth. In your date, if you're putting the month, please put the month in words. So if it is May, M-A-Y, or April, because it's very easy for it to get confusing. So your birth chart will be discussed if you're attending the class. That is important because I don't like to discuss if you're not there. As there are many students in the class, I'll be using your chart on different topics. Each subject will have 3 or 4 charts used. During one class, I may not be able to study all the charts. But, this is also helpful for you to study the as we talk about particular aspects of the astrology, then you can try to make sense of it for yourself too, because that is very important to learn what those actually that means and how it impacts you or other charts that you're looking at. It is important to study the manuals. If you have not ordered them, it's a good idea to do so. And when you order them online, they will automatically download. Now, as far as presentations are concerned, I upload presentation after each class. Actually, today I've already uploaded it. Now, this is not it's a optional extra. So sometimes because people ask for them, there is, you can pay for them and order them, and then I will upload them automatically. In case you have ordered them already and you haven't got the link, please let me know. It's important to discuss and comment on the charts, and discussion is an important part of learning. And it's good to ask questions. I am dedicating time during each of the classes for questions, so feel free to ask me. It's easier for me to answer questions in the class rather than in, by email. All classes are recorded, and I have already sent you the link for Google Drive. If for some reason you haven't received it, please let me know. And sometimes it's better to have a Google account, then it works seamlessly. But usually I will send it to the account you have paid for the course. So that's the account I'm using. And the recordings are available till 31st December 2023. So it is important that you download the recordings and keep them, because this is a major resource for you. And you may not want it right now, but after a few years, you may want to listen to something, or even a year, then you have this resource available for you. There will be assignments after some classes and a deadline to do the assignments. So the Chinese students, please connect with Shivani regarding the assignments. But all the other students, all the assignments will be checked by Keiko Ito. Keiko is in Japan, but she travels a lot, so she could be anywhere. I think right now she's in Mexico, but she is very diligent, and she will be she'll be checking all the assignments. So Keiko Ito is a consultant, teacher, lecturer of Vedic astrology. She has lectured widely India, USA, Japan, Vietnam, UK, and more, and a lot of online work. She teaches Vedic astrology courses internationally. She has been teaching in Japan, which is her home country. And she's long-term student of mine, and she is helping me with doing the assignments. So email of Keiko is info@keikoshanti.com. And please add your birth details to the first email. So the right way to give birth data: date, time, and place of birth. Month should be given in words, not 5, but May. Time in the 24-hour clock. So for example, 1300 hours or 1500 hours, or 2. If you write 2, that means it's 2 a.m. Because that way there is no confusion about your birth data. And those of you who haven't sent me your birth data so far, you can send me and send Keiko and CC to me, but otherwise you can send me separately, because she's going to check your assignments, and you don't need to CC to me. So send assignments by midnight PST on Friday. Assignments after that will not be checked. Birth data sent to me and to Keiko. So the thing is that it's very important to keep your timings, because we are pretty strict about it, simply because there are a lot of assignments, and once all the assignments are in by Friday, then Keiko will spend time to answer the assignments. Takes a long time to do that. So therefore, if they keep coming, it's not possible to do them. And assignments are totally optional. You don't need to do them, but if you want to do, then it helps you. You should all get a Vedic astrology software for your phones. In the long run, it's important to have a good software, and I will recommend. As a starter, there are many Vedic astrology apps. I use Jyotish Dashboard. So, you can get an app for your phone to start with, because then it means that right from the beginning, you have software. I'm not recommending Jyotish Dashboard. There are a number of programs that are available online. I've had this for years and years, so I'm happy with it. But some people are not happy with it. But then I generally don't use the phone software for anything but to see where the planets are. All my other work is done on my laptop. So software I'm using in the class is Sri Jyoti Star. and their website is vedicsoftware.com and /Komila. If you /Komila, then you'll get a special rate. And so if you want to invest, these softwares are very complicated, and it's worth the investment. And you can also get a free software which is quite advanced. It's called Jagannath Hora or J Hora, and the website is vedicastrologer.org. I don't use this myself, so I don't know how to use it properly. But many people use this software, so this is available. And you may find others that are available as well, so you can research that. Now, I have a Buddha list, which is on Facebook. It's a secret group or private group for my students on Facebook. You'll need to friend me on Facebook, then I can connect you to Buddha list. In case you're already my friend, just email me to tell me that you are my friend, and that is the best thing to do. So before I move forward, does anybody have any questions, anything that they would like to ask?
Komila, since I've already sent you the birth details, do I send it again to Keiko?
Yeah. Yeah. This Keiko is, it's better to send it directly to her, because you'll be communicating with her for your assignments. So then she can put it. So today, the lesson 2, we are talking about Ayanamsha, the sidereal zodiac, Navagrahas, the 9 planets from Sun to Rahu Ketu, Surya to Chandra, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra, Shani, Rahu Ketu. And today we are specifically focusing on the Sun. And once we start looking at the Sun, we are also going to start looking at some of the charts. Today, very few charts, but we'll continue looking at the different charts. And so as a study, we don't really teach how to make the charts any longer. When I was learning Jyotish, we were having to spend ages learning how to physically make the chart. But because the softwares make the chart, you are very lucky. You are just going straight into interpreting the chart. So the some of the things to remember: the ecliptic. The ecliptic is the celestial sphere that is the apparent path taken by the sun, or the path of the rotating earth as seen from the sun. It is known as the ecliptic because planets, when near this circle, are liable to lose the light from the sun. The zodiac is 9 degrees either side of the ecliptic. This includes the path of the other planets from the solar system. Ecliptic is divided into 12 man-made divisions of 30 degrees each that are known as the signs of the zodiac from Aries to Pisces. So this is the ecliptic, and you see the line inside is the ecliptic, and 9 degrees either side. You see these constellations or signs, they are not equally divided because they are around in that area, but in astrology, we divide the ecliptic into 12 equal parts. The zodiac is divided into 12 signs from Aries to Pisces, like the Western signs, but the calculation is different. So the calculation, we have 2 calculations. They're called Nirayana and Saayana calculations. So Nirayana and Sayana, the solar signs are known as the 12 Adityas or 12 faces of the sun. So this is my photograph that I showed you earlier with the 12 Adityas. So this is the Aditya. Aditya is a name for the sun. And depending on the time of year you're born, you know, there are certain seasons and certain quality of that energy that you inherit. And all of us have a sun sign. In Jyotish, they are called the 12 Adityas. So the Nirayana and Sayana zodiac, Western astrologers use Sayana or the tropical zodiac, which shows the Earth's relationship with the sun. Vedic astrologers use Nirayana or sidereal zodiac, which is the planet's relationship with the stars. Sidereal actually means of the stars. There are certain Western astrologers also that use the sidereal zodiac, but we are keeping to the Vedic concept here. So Sa Ayana means with Ayana, and Nir Ayana means without Ayana. This Ayana is a very important part of the discussion and this is known as Ayan Amsha. So Ayanamsha is the longitudinal difference between the two zodiacs. So that calculation that what is the sidereal zodiac and the tropical zodiac, that difference is called Ayanamsha. So that is where you see that you have Sa Ayana, which is the Western charts, that is with Ayana, and Nirayana without Ayana. The basis of the Nirayana zodiac is the adoption of 285 AD as zero Ayanamsha, when the tropical Saayana and the sidereal Nirayana zodiacs were identical. The first degree of Aries, the vernal equinox, was the same for both zodiacs. But over the years, that first degree of Aries, the vernal equinox, is no longer the first degree of Aries for us as Vedic astrologers. The initial point does not always occupy the same point in the sky. It moves backward due to precession of the equinoxes, with an annual motion of 50 seconds or 1 degree every 72 years. So there are number of Ayanamshas that are used in astrology, but Lahiri Ayanamsha and Chitra Paksha is most used Ayanamsha. So I'm just going to show you the chart here. Sorry, one sec. So this is the chart for today, and this is for here in Brentwood, California. This is where I am right now. And so what you need to do is that you need to, in the settings, you will have a setting of Ayanamsha, and you can see here there are a number of Ayanamshas, and the one I'm using for the class is Lahiri. So when you get your software, you need to first check what Ayanamsha you're using. So go to the settings. The other one, Chitra Paksha, I like to use that as well, but there are many choices. And in India, what was happening was that every region had its own Ayanamsha. So when India became independent, then the government had a kind of a committee to look into the Ayanamsha, the question of Ayanamsha. And the person who looked into it was called Lahiri. So this is known as Lahiri Ayanamsha. I would say that Ainamsha is a very contentious subject, and as a beginner, you should just use what I'm using, Lahiri Ainamsha. After, when you get more advanced, then you can think about it, or you want to think about it. I have been studying Jyotish since 1979, and Lahiri and Amsha has done very well for me. So it's not necessary, but I'm saying some people are more kind of scientific and questioning about these things. So I like to let you know all the different aspects. Uh, so, so last week we discussed about karma. The law of karma, man has a sphere of activity, his special place in the cosmic law. His individual fortune, negative, positive experiences, fruits of this life rest on the universal law of karma, which encompasses past, present, and future lives. The different types of karma were taught in lesson 1. The celestial bodies in the sky, that means the planets, reveal the karmic mysteries. The planets that are moving and the stars, nakshatras, that are fixed. Planets influence every aspect of life on Earth and the atmosphere, the nature of seasons, plants, animal life, man's destiny, and the planets that reveal the karma of the individual. So when we start studying the charts, we see that there is karma that all of us are dealing with. And how do we know what karma you have brought is through the planets? And it is important to understand it's not just fixed. We have our planets, and then we have to learn how to make the best out of them. In Vedic astrology, we use 9 planets, and collectively they are known as Navagraha. These are planets which were visible with the naked eye. We do not use Uranus, Pluto, Neptune. There are some modern Vedic astrologers that are using Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, but I follow the traditional astrology. So I am only using the 9 planets. We got plenty of information that it gives us. So I am not going to use the outer planets because it is not part of the traditional system of studying Vedic astrology. So what are the Navagrahas? They are the 2 luminaries, sun and the moon, the 5 planets, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and Rahu, Ketu, the nodes of the moon. So this photograph I showed you, we saw earlier. This is Jupiter in yellow. In green is Mercury. You can see here 2 planets in white, Venus and moon. And in red here behind Jupiter is sun. But you see, at all the temples in South India, and some now also you see outside, you will find the Navagraha shrine. And people want to honor the Navagrahas because they represent our karma. So we want the Navagrahas to be kind to us, you know. That is what, why the planets, the temples are there. So this is a prayer ceremony for the Navagrahas. Generally, when we do any prayer ceremony, before we start doing the prayer ceremony, we do the Navagraha Puja. That's a prayer to the 9 planets because we want them supporting us, helping us. That is what is most important. So prayer to the Navagrahas, we are doing that every day in the class. Om Brahma Murari Stripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Buddhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shani Rahu Ketava Sarve Graha Shanti Bhavo. So basically this prayer is honoring the three main deities, Brahma, Murari, which is another name for Vishnu, Tripurantakari, which is a name for Shiva. And then it mentions all the 9 planets. Just the names Bhanu is a name for the sun, Shashi for the moon, Bhumi Suto, which means son of earth, is for Mars, Buddha, Shcha, so it's Buddha and Shcha is and. Buddha is Mercury, Gurushcha Shukra, Guru, Cha Guru and Shukra. Guru is Jupiter, Shukra is Venus, Shani, Saturn, Rahu Ketu are Rahu Ketu. And the final is Sarve Graha, all the planets, Shanti, be at peace, Shanti Bhavo. Om Brahma Murari Sripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Buddhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shani Rahu Ketava Sarve Graha Shanti Bhavo. So here this photograph I took from the moon temple, and here we can see the sun in red and his 2 wives next to him. And opposite to the sun in yellow is Jupiter. So there's a certain way always the Navagraha temples are constructed. This photograph I took at the moon temple, and at the moon temple they had a deity for the moon, but an extra one for the 9 planets. So prayers are done to appease the planets, and they are done with every prayer ceremony too. Astrologers can chant these daily as part of their spiritual discipline. So also I'm wearing it. You can see you can buy a necklace of all the 9 planets. While I was in Tiruvannamalai, I got this necklace. I have various ones, but this is my new one. I have one bigger one here. So those of you, I think one of you, your parents are in Tiruvannamalai, you can ask them to get you. Because they are available opposite Ramana Maharishi's ashram. There are a lot of places you can get them, but not so much. So there are 9 planets. People wear all the beads in their neck so that they are honoring the 9 planets. So the grahas, planets are known as grahas in Sanskrit. Graha means to grasp, to hold, to understand, and to perceive. The planets grasp and relay the information of the cosmos. It shows the grasp or hold of karma. So basically what happens is that sometimes they are holding you so tightly that you sort of only recognize that. You don't recognize your inner quality, your inner spirituality. They can both block the knowledge of the past, keep an individual held up to ups and downs of their karma, or give them perception to understand their destiny. The restrictions imposed by karma of past lives so that they can transcend. And this was something that I found very important and divine, that when I started looking at my chart and understanding the chart, I could see that what are the issues that I brought into this life. Then once you know, then you can do something about it, you know. Otherwise, you are just trying to do things without actually understanding what are the issues of life. So the quality of planets in your chart or anybody else's chart, we want to study the planets at birth, their relationship with each other, their strengths or weaknesses, inner and outer nature. All this gives clues to our instinct level of karma we are going to be encountering. Sometimes on some issues, there's things that we don't even feel, but everybody's chart will have some aspects that you can deal with. So while the planets give a guideline to our karma, we should not feel victimized by them. Rather, understand their qualities, weakness, strengths, and work accordingly. So this is very important, that we should not be victimized by our planets. You see, it's very easy to think, oh, I have this planet is difficult, so I'm a victim. Everybody has some issues in their chart. Because we are born, we have got these issues there. So we should not feel that we have become victim. We should feel that we should strengthen those weaknesses and work with them. Sometimes it takes time. Some things are more easier to deal with. And this has really been part of my work that I have been doing, that I want people to understand their chart and think of it as a positive energies that you have inherited, and to uplift yourself. So that is what I will be teaching as well. So study of Jyotisha is a conscious understanding of planets, their influence on our chart, and by dasha and transits. It is a very big subject, and as we start studying, you are going to first study all about the planets so that you start understanding what their influence is. So each of the planets has multiple roles to fulfill. They have their own energies, what each planet stands for, then their roles as rulers of rashis and bhavas, uh, signs and houses, ruler of nakshatras. Each planet has its own guna, dosha, rulership of one of the 5 great elements. So those of you are doing yoga, you may have heard about the gunas. Doshas is something you study in Ayurveda. So the planet also can talk about your health and timing of health issues, a lot of things. It's just unbelievable how much information is there in the planets. So sun and moon rule one sign each, therefore they will rule one house of the chart. Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn rule 2 signs each, therefore they rule 2 houses each. Rahu, Ketu do not rule any houses independently. They co-rule Aquarius and Scorpio. Actually, some people also believe that Rahu rules Virgo and Ketu rules Pisces. So both Aquarius, Scorpio and Virgo, Pisces, but they are not the main rulers. They are the co-rulers. Each planet rules 3 nakshatras each. Then their rule as karakas or significators. This karaka is very important. Every planet that we'll talk about has a karaka. And each planet signifies certain things, like sun signifies father, government, monarchy, people in authority. So if you have, say, some difficult issues with your father, then in your chart, you can look at it by studying the sun, because there will be something connected to the sun that you are dealing with. Sometimes it can be with government or people, your bosses, people in authority. Sometimes you're quite easy. You yourself are strong, authoritarian. Those are the qualities of the sun. Then each planet travels a certain distance and every day. Their daily motion is not constant. The average distance traveled by the various planets is as follows. What is important to understand is that the planets are always moving, and therefore they are exercising their moving influence on us. So we are always feeling some kind of unsettled energy because of how the planets move. So this is the daily motion of the planet. Sun moves 59 minutes, like 1 degree. Moon 13 degrees 20 minutes. Mars 0:32. Mercury 1 degree 40. Jupiter 0:5. Venus 1 degree 35. Saturn 0:2. Rahu 0:3. Sorry, I just have a So you see here the motion from the planets. You can see Saturn is the slowest moving planet, followed by Rahu Ketu and then Jupiter. But the fastest moving planet is the moon. So each planet has a certain speed and behavior pattern. Then different planets rule the days of the week. The day is known as Var or Vara or Dina. And the days of the week: Sunday, Ravivar, Sun's Day; Monday, Somvar, Moon's Day; Tuesday, Mangalvar, Mars Day; Wednesday, Budhvar, Mercury's Day; Thursday, Brihaspativar or Guruvar, Jupiter's Day; Friday, Shukravar, Venus's Day; Saturday, Shanivar, Saturn's Day. So each of the planets has a color, and it also rules the weekday. So here we have Sunday, Ravivar, Sun's Day, the color is red. Monday, Somvar, Moon's Day, color is white. Wednesday, Budhvar, Mercury's Day, color is green. Thursday, Brihaspativar or Guruvar, Jupiter's Day, the color is yellow. Friday, Shukravar, Venus's Day, color is white. And Saturday, Shanivar, color is black or dark navy. Today, as you can see, in honor of Monday, I'm dressed in mostly white. Now, some of your students are in China or Japan or Asia, India as well. Then you, I think even Dubai, you are on Tuesday today. So Tuesday is Mangalvar. So, depending on where you are, of course, because I'm teaching you from California, so I'm using my day here, but depending on where you are. So one of the simple things people do is that you can wear the color of the day to give you energy, to honor the energy of the day. And especially if you have an important event or important, appointment or something, there you need some support, you can wear the color of the day. Many people, they will just consciously wear the color of the day. So because we are studying on Monday, so mostly I'm wearing white to start off the class with. So any questions anybody has, anything?
Camilla, I had a question. Why do they wrap the statues with the cloth?
No, you're wearing the color. They don't like to have the statues naked. So like you'd be wearing a sari or a dress. So they want the statues to be dressed up.
Okay.
Any other question?
Camilla,
Yeah.
I have a question about the software.
Mhm.
So I have Parashara's Light and Kala. In that case, do you think I should still purchase Sri Jyoti Star?
Not necessary. Prasha's light is very good.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right,
So
thank you.
that is perfectly okay. And Satya, it was your parents who are in Tiruvannamalai.
Yes,
So
that's right.
you can ask them to get you
Yeah,
one of the
I know the story you're talking about in front of the ashram. Yeah.
Actually, we visited it last week and we asked him because his beads were not properly strung. So we
Oh.
asked him to string the beads according to the days of the week and he did it.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll ask too next time I
Yeah.
visit. Thank you.
So Parashara's Light is also a good software. I think later on when I introduce softwares, I'll also talk about Parashara's Light. So we are now today talking about the sun. And in the sun, we are also going to look at a couple of charts. Not a lot of charts. Actually, there's a lot of charts for me to upload. So I managed to do a few of yours and I'll continue doing some more. But here what you see in Surya, this is the sun. And what you can see here is that in almost all the temples we visited, there's a separate shrine to Surya and Chandra. But they are hidden away, so you don't always find them. So here we can see that Surya, how do you recognize? He's got the sun without that extra moon thing that I showed you earlier, and two lotuses in either hand. And usually in South India especially, only unless a temple is very disused temple, all the deities are dressed up and they will be dressed up, especially the planets, always in their own colors. And you can see here that the sun is dressed in red. And people will also offer red flowers. Here we have a pink flower, but normally people will offer red flowers to the sun as well. And this is sandalwood they have put. It's all very beautiful if you see the various deities there. And Soma, moon, or Chandra. And here, this is the moon. You can see moon is here, so you can't miss that. That's the moon. And here he's riding the deer. Mangala, Mars. Mars is red in color. And you can see this is a temple in Kurukshetra where they have the Navagrahas, all very glamorously dressed. And Buddha, Mercury. Here Buddha is riding an unusual animal that is half lion and half elephant. And this is color green. And I took this photograph in Parmarth Ashram in Rishikesh. That is where they have the annual yoga festival. I was lecturing there and you can see green Buddha. This is Brihaspati, Jupiter, and he's wearing the yellow outfit. And Brihaspati is also known as Guru, so he's the divine teacher. Shukra, Venus. This is Kerala painting. I have this painting at home. And here we can see that he's all white colored. Shukra means actually white. It can also mean sweet. And here we see that Shukra has one horse. So horses, you can see 7 horses for the sun, 10 for moon, and 1 for Shukra. Shani, Saturn, and this photograph I took here in California in the Shivananda Yoga Farm. And here we see Saturn, and you can see little bit of his crow. Saturn always rides the crow, and his color is black. And you know, people, they dress up the deities. They love the deities. In India especially, they will honor all the deities as they are, you know, as divine guests. So they are very lovingly, and even here at the ashram in Shivananda ashram, they've got the Navagraha. Navagraha is everywhere. If I go to the temple that's local to me, Livermore, they have a Navagraha. They have in Concord. So you may be able to find one near your home. And then we have the 2 shadow planets. They're called Rahu Ketu. Rahu Ketu are shadow planets. They have no substance, are physically non-existent, as their points in the ecliptic. However, they represent great disruptive powers with their polarities, with a mission to churn up our lives in order to externalize the hidden potential. So Rahu Ketu are opposite each other, and they represent a whole principle, but also polarity. And they can be quite complicated in the chart, but very fascinating as well. So this is Rahu, and here you can see Rahu is got no body, just the head. He is the enemy of the moon, and Rahu Ketu cause eclipses. And here you can see his disk is black, same size as the sun or the moon. So when he is visible, he eclipses the sun and the moon. And here, this is supposed to be a lioness, but it's kind of artistic, what you call, the artist has created something like a toy. So this is really nice. This is from the Paramartha Ashram in Rishikesh. And I love this because you see Rahu's just the head, no body at all. And he has this sort of a moon he's wearing because he eclipses the moon. And again, this tiger, lioness, actually it should be a lion, but it's all artistic license here. And Ketu is a body with no head, because the head is with Rahu and Ketu is body with no head. And you see, it's quite militant. Here we can see in this particular sword, he has this thing to hit everybody, shield, a flag, and you can see a little bit snake energy is there. And this is from Paramartha Ashram again. Here, I think the sword is only there. Something is missing here. Sometimes, you know, these things, people have not bothered about them. So each planet has its own deity that is worshipped to remove any obstacles you may experience. So with the planets, you tend to either worship the planet itself or you honor the planet. You know, worshipping is like honoring the planet. In India, people will worship the planet, or you can be interested in the planetary deities, because if there are some obstacles and you want to deal with them, then you would want to worship the planetary deities. So for the sun, sun is Agni. Agni is the fire god, but sun can also be the main deity like Shiva or Vishnu. Saraswati, she's the goddess of knowledge and art. She's the deity for the moon. Shiva, Lord Shiva can also be the deity for the moon. When you see photographs of Lord Shiva, you see that he wears the moon in his head. You can see that because he has the total mastery of the mind. So, and the moon is very unsettled and all the time changing. So in order to achieve the mastery of the mind, people will worship Lord Shiva, even yogis will worship Lord Shiva. Mars is Murugan. I have the colors of the deities as well, the planets. Vishnu is Mercury. Brahma is Jupiter, although Brahma is not worshipped, so usually people will worship Lord Shiva instead of Brahma. Goddess Lakshmi is Venus. Saturn is Shiva. Rahu is Durga. And Ketu is Lord Ganesha. So you see that all the different deities are there. Either you can worship just the deity, the planet itself, or you can, there are all sorts of rules that I will explain as we go along. We are just getting to know the basic information just now. So Navagrahas, we are going to start with the sun. But before we start, if anybody has any question. Okay. So now today we are going to start with Surya, the sun. And this is another photograph of Surya, which is quite common. And here we see that the sun, you can see this red. And this is Lord Vishnu as Surya. And because you can see he's carrying the wheel. And this wheel chakra is actually the world in his hand. The spinning wheel, the spinning axis of the world. And 7 horses are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Surya, you can see either standing alone like I had the picture, or you can, mostly you will see him with 7 horses. So there is a simple mantra for Surya. Mantras are very important because they help calm and purify the planets, and they calm our inner being. And this is called the Surya Nama mantra, name mantra for Surya. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. So this is a mantra you can think that you want to chant 12 times, 108 times, 3 times, even once. Or you want to chant on Sunday, just a mantra. This is simple mantra. It is only saying Om, because Om energizes the mantra. Suryaya Namaha, I say the name of Surya. That's all this mantra is saying. So this is the Purana mantra for Surya. Om Japa Kusum Sankasham Kashyapeyam Mahadvitim Tamorem Sarva Papagnam Pranato Asmi Devakaram. So this mantra, which is again just describing the sun, saying he's like the kusuma flower, that means red in color. He's son of Kashyap, Mahadvitim, big light, Tamorim Sarva Papagnam. He is the destroyer of tamas, ignorance, darkness, all your sins. Pranato Asmi Devakaram, the Lord of the day, I'm honoring you with every breath. So sun is called the Lord of the day because he rules the day. You can see the light. Moon is the lord of the night. Japa kusum sankasham kashyapeyam mahadvitim tamorem sarva papagnam pranato asmi devakaram. Then Surya has a sacred diagram or sacred numbers, and these are very important as well. They are used for specific purposes, and the overall number of Surya is 15, and those of you who know Feng Shui and Pakwa also has 15. So that means it is connected to the sun. And here we see 6, 1, and 8, 7, 5, and 3, 2, 9, and 4. So each one, it adds up to 15. And when we look at the other planets, each planet has a sacred number diagram. So Surya means the supreme light. The sun is considered a visible God who we can see and worship daily. He represents the soul that is eternal, the life force and prana. Health, vitality depends on the quality of the sun in the natal chart. If you have a strong sun, which means you may have sun in Aries, in Leo, sun is exalted in Aries, its own sign in Leo. If you have Sagittarius, which is another fire sign, it gives you good health. It doesn't matter what else is there in the chart. And then each of the planet has a Puranic story that I'm going to talk about. So the Puranic story of Surya relates to his wife Sangya. You saw earlier on, I had the photograph of Surya with his 2 wives. So basically what happened with Sangya was that she could not tolerate the intense heat of Surya. If you see the sun, if you go too close to it, you get burnt out. So his wife also, she had a problem. So what she did was she was very powerful. She created a woman who looked exactly like her. And she was called Chaya or shadow. And she was like a virtual wife, duplicate wife. And then Chaya started living the life and Sangya left. And so Chaya became the wife of Surya. And in that relationship, Chaya gave birth to Saturn. When she ill-treated the sons from Sangya, Sangya had 3 children. Surya got to know the reality. So he got very angry, and in his anger, he burnt Chaya. So here we have another photograph of Surya, and here he is with the 2 wives. It's quite rare to find Surya with 2 wives, but this particular temple, all the planets were with the wives, but other planets have 1 wife, but Surya has 2 wives. So Surya rejected Chaya and her children, and this angered Shani, Saturn. Shani and Surya have a difficult relationship in the chart, usually about anger of how the parent treated them and their mother. So if in your chart you have a Sun-Saturn combination in your chart, there can be some issue that you may deal with your father, or if it is not with father, it could be with authority, with bosses. Those are the aspects that you can see. So what is the quality of the sun? Sun is a royal planet. He's Kshatriya, warrior by caste. Caste was nothing but professions. So now you may be a technology or your yoga teacher or something, that would be your caste. But what happened over the years that people said, that is who I am, all my family will become the same. And especially the people who had the higher caste, they thought that's what we are going to be. But it is really your chart that decides. And Kshatriya, warrior. Kshatriyas are the ones who defend. In ancient times, kings were Kshatriyas with duty to defend their people. Kshatriyas are administrators as they manage their kingdom. So in today's world, we could say that Kshatriyas are the bosses, administrators, they could be presidents or CEOs or in any position of authority that requires management skills and bossiness. We could say that is also the Surya, because Surya is the sun. Surya, sun rules Leo. He's a male planet. Sattvic guna. Pitta nature. Pitta is a very fiery nature. So you don't expect the sun to be softly, because if you have a strong sun, you will be fiery, you'll be strong, you'll be bossy, but you have sattva. Sattva is purity. I talked about it last week, the guna. Element is fire. So fire runs hot. So often you see that being close to sun type of people is difficult because they can be very powerful. So each of the planet has an exact degree of exaltation and debilitation. So sun is exalted at 10 degrees Aries, debilitated at 10 Libra. So this is really like a full moon and a new moon. So sun in Aries, it is powerful. It represents all the qualities of the sun, the warrior, the king, the boss. You see many leaders with sun in Aries. It's debilitated in Libra. Libra is much more friendlier sun, easier to get along with. Nakshatras ruled by the sun are Kritika, Uttara Phalguni, Uttara Ashada. Sun is fixed in nature. Stars, planets revolve around it. The sun type expect others to revolve around them. So sometimes they can represent privileged people, complacency, laziness also, because, you think, oh, people will do what I say. And when I say sun type of person, it could mean that your ascendant is Leo or sun is in a prominent position in your chart. We are going to study what ascendant means, what houses mean. It has to just go step by step. So you have to have a little bit of patience. Sun wants attention. At times when it doesn't get it, they feel lonely. So you see that very often people are sun type of person will be would need attention. Sun brings light into our life, so it signifies eyes. Sun is strong in the 10th house where it gets directional strength. It rules the east, so it moves, and it moves in a forward motion. Sun is not going to get retrograde at all. We'll talk about retrograde planets later, but sun doesn't ever get retrograde. Its color is red. So you can see here, I have red here and red here. And gemstone is ruby. So even in these 9 planets, you'll see there's a little ruby. I don't know whether you can see it or not. But these are not real stones. This is a very reasonable necklace that is there. So Surya Karakas are father, government, royalty, ruling powers, places of worship, prana, life breath, atma, the soul. It represents ourself. It can also be ego, and it can also be the deep inner self, consciousness. So sun being a sattvic planet, it's the light, but when you see we want the inner light, not the outer light that is visible. That is what we are seeking as astrologers. So this is Surya for Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was a very spiritual personality. He's written many books. He was the follower of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. He was his devotee, and he was a first person to come to USA, and he spoke, not first person to come, but he was one of the first religious leaders to come to USA, and he spoke in the World Religious Conference in the 19th century in Chicago, and that actually made people aware of all this Vedic spiritual knowledge. And he's widely regarded in India, very greatly regarded in India. But here we see his son this is the ascendant. That means this is the exact time he was born. Sun is in Sagittarius, number 9. 9 is Sagittarius. So these charts here that I have, this is the North Indian chart and this is the South Indian chart. And in the North Indian chart, we have always the ascendant at the top. The South Indian chart, always this square is Aries, second is Taurus, clockwise. Gemini doesn't write what it is, so you know that is what it is. Here we have Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and then there's a line and ascendant here, that this is the ascendant. So here we see in this North Indian chart, I like North Indian because I come from North India, but I have both the charts available so that you can see it. So the Sagittarius is the Guru's house. It belongs to Jupiter and it is a spiritual warrior. And it is very much a guru's placement with Swami Vivekananda's chart. So we are going to look at a couple of charts now. And actually, Bindu, I'll get your chart from the morning first. Because we have so here we have Bindu, and this particular chart, what I did was that I have put sun at the top. So we are not interested in trying to analyze the sun at all. We are just looking at the various planets at present. So not sun, but the chart. We are just looking at specific things. And Bindu, you're born with sun in Pisces at 1 degree 39. And Mercury is also in Pisces. What you want to know is that, is there something unusual happening in your chart? We don't have, with the sun is with a difficult planet or something, but sun in Pisces, this is a very nice, idealistic personality. That is what Pisces is about. It's the last sign of the zodiac. Normally in a chart, Sun and Venus will be together. But here we see in your case, Venus is quite far away. It's in Capricorn, but Sun is with Mercury. Sun mostly is never alone. It is always with other planets. That is important to understand. And let me just get... So we have Aesop here, and you'll see everybody's sun comes in the forward. Now here we see in Aesop's case that Capricorn number 10 is there. So sun is in Capricorn. It is with the moon. So when sun and moon are together, that means either you're born just before new moon or just at new moon, because sun and moon are together once a month at the time of new moon. And we see Mercury is also there. So both the planets. Next week, we are going to talk about the moon, so you'll get a better understanding. But Capricorn sun is more practical, down to earth, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So you can see the number 10. So there's a practical quality to you. Atma Jyoti, you have sun in Scorpio. Scorpio sun, you see neither Mercury nor Jupiter, Venus are there. Mercury and Venus are in the next sign. So often sun in Scorpio, sun is alone. So that gives a independent thought process as well. So it is something that you will see that you are quite independent in what you are doing. I'm just looking at, yeah. So, but Scorpio is a very transformative spiritual sign. So that is a quality that you have. And Jennifer, we have Sun in Taurus. So Sun in Taurus and Venus is with Sun in Taurus as well. So Taurus is down to earth, practical. Taurus is also very fond of food. Usually Taurus Sun, Venus in Taurus, they will be extra interested in food. And Taurus is a fixed sign. When we study the signs, you will get to know a little bit more about that as well. So does anybody have any question, anything they'd like to ask? Okay.
Komila, I had a question. So, the charts that we saw, that's talking about the time now in the present, that the
No,
sun is
that's
in
your time at the time
Yes.
you are born.
at the time. Okay.
Yeah, because if you are looking at the time that is present, that means everybody's chart will be the same.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the chart now. So you see Swami Vivekananda, he's born in 1863. So this is 12th January 1863 at 6:33 a.m. So his chart is different from yours because you're born more contemporary. So every chart is different and unusual. So solar year of Varsha is sun's transit through the 12 signs of the zodiac. This further divides into two parts. Uttarayana, the northern course, is sun's transit through Capricorn to Cancer. So right now we are in Uttarayana. This is sort of the division of the year and how the sun divides it. And Dakshinayana, the southern course, is sun's transit through Cancer to Capricorn. So we have a solar year, month and day. One solar year is from sunrise to sunrise in the next day. One solar month is 30 solar days. 2 solar months create a Ritu, season, and 3 seasons create a Ayana. It's all very mathematically, everything has a underlying mathematics to it. But what is important to remember is that one solar day, so for example, like today, sunrise to sunrise is Monday. So Monday, Tuesday for me will not start at midnight as it would be by the normal calendar, but start for after sunrise tomorrow. And those of you who are in Asia or in Dubai or Middle East, you may already in Tuesday. So depending on what time the sun rises, sometimes a person is born 1 minute before sunrise and they're born on Monday, and 1 minute after would be on Tuesday. So you have an assignment, and so in 200 words maximum, you want to think about how the sun is in your chart. Remember, this is the class 2, so I don't expect you to know a lot about your sun, but whatever you think, its strength or weakness, you can study up the notes as well. How do you experience your sun and deal with it? So you have to write everything in 200 words, not endlessly, because there's, it's good to edit your thoughts. When you're writing about it, you can write a lot and then cut up and put only 200 words. All assignments are going to be checked by Keiko Ito, and her email is info@keikoshanti.com. And in the first email, you send your birth data. So remember, at this stage, I'm expecting just simple stuff. What do you think about your son? What any, issues with confidence, with energy, with whatever you feel you want to write. And as we go more and more, you'll start understanding more about the planet. So you can send it to Keiko. And this is something she has requested, that in the subject line, you should put Foundation AM or PM. You should put the class number. This class is number 2, and your name. And of course, in your first email, you need to send your birth data. And assignments should be sent by midnight PST. That means California time, Pacific time, by midnight. And any assignments that are too long or are sent after that time won't be checked. And please do not CC to me, because Keiko will talk to me after each assignment. And the thing is this, that assignments are optional, but they are something that make you think about what this astrology is about. And as you go along, you will find you improve and improve. So that is important. Now, the Chinese students, you send to Shivani, and a deadline for you is midnight 12 p.m. And or 00. And please don't send to Keiko and don't send to me either. So next week, we are going to talk about Moon, Mars, and Mercury. So those are the 3 planets we are going to discuss. And I am, oh, Yogita, that's a beautiful picture. And who is that?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
This is, yeah,
Goddess Durga.
Durga, yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. I just looked at it. So anybody, any questions, any comments, anything?
Can you repeat the info for the subject line that we send to Kiko?
Yeah, one sec. I'll just go back here. There it is. So Foundation AM, PM. So we are in Foundation PM just now. It may be AM where you are, or you can just put, I think that's, this class is Foundation PM because it's my time. Class number. So class number 2 and your name.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I shall see you all next week. And okay, you want Keiko's email? info@keikoshanti.com. One sec. Where's her email? There it is. info@keikoshanti.com. And Shivani, I'll see you in a moment. Mm. Just seeing there's some question here. No. Okay. Okay. Excellent. I'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.